The pandemic has disrupted the daily activities of people all around the world, including politicians running for office. With November right around the corner, our Dan Booth caught up with both candidates running to represent District 24 in the Texas State Senate to discuss the impact the pandemic has had on their campaigns.
We are moving towards shaking digital hands, or virtual hands is what we call it.
As the pandemic rages on, both State Senator Dr. Dawn Buckingham and nominee Clayton Tucker have found ways to use technology to stay connected to the people of District 24.
We've been focusing pretty heavily on virtual town halls. So we had one about, college issues, one about youth issues. We're going to be having we had one about regenerative agriculture, and we're going to be having one about education coming up pretty soon as well.
The gatherings are just kind of smaller, but we're looking for natural ways to get out and meet people, spending a lot of time outside, doing a lot of phone and video interviews. And so we're just reaching out to all of our folks everywhere we can.
Despite the candidates having different political views, both campaigns have worked separately to listen and lend a helping hand to those who need it during the pandemic.
Our office has been working incredibly hard throughout this whole pandemic, being sure that all of our constituents had access to factual information and any help they needed.
There's been cases where we found people who needed masks or needed hand sanitizer, even found some people who needed diapers and food. And then we would try to connect those folks with the appropriate agencies.
And for those deciding whether or not to send children back to school in the fall, Tucker says opening schools before it's safe to do so could be problematic.
If we open schools up too soon and not in an untimely, unsafe manner, the numbers are going to get worse. And the simple fact of the matter is we don't have the number of schools and the number of classrooms to really have safe social distancing.
Tucker says he's not satisfied with Governor Abbott's response to the pandemic, but Dr. Buckingham disagrees.
Governor Abbott's been in a tough position. I think everyone's been in a tough position, but I think now we're at the point where we know how to really modulate the spread of the virus. We know how to treat these patients better. Let's get Texas open back up.
For BigCountryHomepage.com, I'm Dan Booth.
Thank you, Dan. You can find more information about both of these candidates and the causes they support on our website, BigCountryHomepage.com.